Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Sunday. It is 16th of November. It is Kesha Masa or Margasesha Masa. And the Krishna Paksham in Dwadasi Tithi. So today there are two events. One is the breaking the fast for Ekadasi fasting between the time 7:20 and 10:16. That is one event, and that is Dwadasa Parayana time. And another event is the disappearance day of Sri Kaliya Krishnadas. So Kaliya Krishnadas, he is also known as the Kala Krishnadas, was a devotee of Nityananda Prabhu. So his birthplace in the Bardhaman or Burdwan district of West Bengal, within a short distance from railway station at Katwa, at the village called Akai Hatta. This village is situated on the old King's Road between Navadvipa and Katwa. So Akai Hatta is a very small village. According to Srila Kavi Karnapura's Gauragana Desha Deepika, text 132, he was one of the 12 Gopals in Vrindavana. In the pastimes of Krishna, in Vrindavana was known as Labanga, one of Krishna's covered boyfriends. Here, he is referred to as Kala Krishnadasa or Kala Krishnadasa. So, Kala Krishnadasa. The biography of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's early life, the Chaitanya Bhagavata says, one will surely attain Sri Chaitanya and Sri Nityananda simply by remembering Kaliya Krishnadasa. Kaliya Krishnadasa was fully devoted to the service of Nityananda Prabhu and had no worldly cares. On the 12th day of dark moon in the month of Chaitra, or Kaliya Krishnadasa Thakur disappeared from this world. This is not the same Kaliya Krishnadasa who accompanied Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to South India. At present, Kaliya Krishnadasa's descendants live in the different holy places in Bengal. Okay, so that is the disappearance day of Kaliya Krishnadasa. There are two Kaliya Krishnadasas. One is servant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who accompanied Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to South India in his travel. Other one is the associate of Nityananda Prabhu. This is the now disappearance of Kali Krishnadasa is belongs to Nityananda Prabhu's associate. Okay, that is from the event's perspective. So we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Maitreya Muni started speaking to Vidura and understanding Vidura's enthusiasticness. So he is mentioning, O Vidura, so for the sake of little bit of material pleasure, people they put the stake of their entire human life. So in order to relieve such kind of people from the miseries and anxieties of this material world, I will speak to you Srimad Bhagavatam. It was spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead to the four sages, the Kumaras. Okay, likewise, he was mentioning, Soham Drunam Chulla Sukaya Dukkam Mahadgatanam Viramaya Tasya Pravartate Bhagavatam Puranam Yadaha Sakshad Bhagavan Rishibhyaha Yadaha Sakshat Bhagavan Rishibhyaha. So this Bhagavatam, it was directly spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead to the four Kumaras, headed by Sanaka. Okay, so and then later on, Maitreya Muni saying that about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who is that? Here, Supreme Personality of Godhead is in the two aspects. One is the enjoyer, and one is the servitor. Krishna is the enjoyer, Balarama is the servitor. Both are Supreme Personality of Godhead. Balarama is the first expansion of Krishna. So he is Balarama's expansion, the Sankarsana further. Vasudeva Sankarsana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. So here in this aspect, so here Maitreya Muni speaking, when the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is lying in the Garbhodaka ocean under the bottom of the universe. So during that time, the Sanat Kumara, he is very inquisitive to know about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he wanted to know different aspects and different pastimes of the Lord. Okay, so when he inquired from the Anantadeva or Sankarsana, then Sankarsana spoke everything to the Sanat Kumara. So during that time, the Sankarsana, he was sitting on his, mm, he was sitting in the meditation. He was sitting in the meditation and meditating on Vasudeva. So during that time, he has opened his eyes. He was introspective in his meditation, means in the introspective. And but at the time, his eyes were small. It is not completely closed, but little bit opened in order to speak to the four sages. Okay, likewise, Maitreya Muni saying, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, 8th chapter, verse number 3 and 4. So here, Sankarsana. Okay, so in this one, Sankarsana. Just bringing the picture. So where Anantadeva is speaking to Anantadeva is speaking Bhagavatam to the four Kumaras. This is the picture I was looking after. Okay, so this is Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, that one will come to that point later on. Okay, so we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th chapter, 3rd canto, 8th chapter, verse number 3. आसीनमुर्व्यं भगवन्तमाब्जं सङ्कर्षणं देवम् अकुण्ठसत्त्वं विविच्चवः तत्त्वमतः परस्य कुमारमुख्याः मुनयो अन्वपृच्छन् आसीनमुर्व्यं भगवन्तमाब्जं. So Asinam Urvyam. Urvyam in the bottom of the universe, and Asinam, he is seated. Bhagavanta Madhyam, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, unto the Lord. Bhagavantam unto Lord. Adhyam, the original personality. Sankarshanam, he is called Sankarshana. Sankarshana, Devam Akunta Sattvam. The personality of Godhead. Akunta Sattvam is undeterred knowledge. And Vivatsavaha, being inquisitive to know this knowledge. Tattvam Ataha Parasya, the truth like this, that turns in the knowledge. Parasya, about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or regarding the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Kumara Mukyaha Munayo Anupruchan. Kumara Mukyaha, the four Kumaras, the boys, Kumaras, the boy saints. Mukyaha, headed by Munayaha, the great sages. Anvapruchan inquired like this. Now Vidura is inquiring Maitreya Muni to speak all the transcendental knowledge. The similar way, the four Kumasar are very inquisitive to know all about this knowledge, transcendental knowledge. So they have gone to the bottom of the universe and went to the Sankarshana and then inquired from the Lord. Okay, giving the analogy here. आसीनं मुरिव्यां भगवन्तमाद्युं सङ्कर्षणं दैवम् अकुण्ठसत्त्वं विवृत्सवः तत्त्वमतः परस्य कुमारमुख्या मुनयो अन्नपृच्छन्. Translation. Some time ago, being inquisitive to know, Sanat Kumara, the chief of the boy saints, accompanied by other great sages, inquired exactly like you about the truths regarding Vasudeva, the Supreme, from Lord Sankarsana, who is seated at the bottom of the universe. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay. Can I request Hemlata Mataji to read the purport?
Hare Krishna, everyone. This is in clarification of the statement that the Lord spoke directly on the Srimad Bhagavatam. When and on to whom the Bhagavatam was spoken is explained herewith. Questions similar to those put forward by Vidura were asked by great sages like Sanat Kumara and Lord Sankarsana, the plenary expansion of the Supreme Lord Vasudeva answered them. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. So this is in clarification of the statement that Lord spoke directly on the Srimad Bhagavatam. So here there are two lineages of Srimad Bhagavatam. One lineage it is coming from Praha Bhagavatam Nam Puranam Brahma Samhitam Brahmane Bhagat Proktam Brahma Kalpo Upagate. The Lord spoke Srimad Bhagavatam to the Brahma in the beginning of the creation, Brahma Kalpa. That is the Chatushloki Bhagavata. Aham eva samevagre nan yad yad saddasat param paschadaham yedi tacha yo shishetu sosmyaham pratyadham yad pratyeta na pratyeta chatmani tad vidyad atmano mayam yata bhaso yata tamaham yata mahanti bhutani bhuteshu uccavacheshunu pravistani bhutani tata teshum avastitah. So likewise, etavadyev jijnasam tattva jijnasmatmanah anva vitrekabhyam yatya sarvatra sarvada. So this is for Chatushloki Bhagavata. The Lord spoke directly to Brahma, and then Brahma spoke in little bit expansion to Narada Muni, and then he also instructed Narada Muni to expand this Bhagavatam more. So this is Sakshat, this is Vibhutinam Tvam Yetad Vipuli Kuru. You describe more vividly, O Narada. Likewise, Brahma gave us instructions to Narada Muni. Narada Muni spoke to Vyasadeva, and then Vyasadeva has compiled Srimad Bhagavatam out of that. And another lineage, that is one lineage through Brahma, Narada, Vyasadeva. And another lineage is Sankarsana speaking, Sankarshana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, speaking to four Kumaras. And Sanaka Kumara, he is the head of it. And then later on, these four Kumaras, they speak this one to Sankhya Muni. And when Sankhya Muni inquired from them, and then Sankhya Muni, he has spoken those knowledge to Bruhaspati and Parashara Muni. And then Parashara Muni, he spoke that knowledge to his disciples Vyasadeva and Maitreya Muni. Okay, so here Maitreya Muni is speaking to Vijaya. So I have got this knowledge from here in this lineage as well. And also Maitreya Muni received the knowledge from Krishna when Krishna was leaving this material world. At that time, Uddhava and Maitreya Muni, they both received the transcendental knowledge. When Uddhava, Krishna is speaking to Uddhava, but Maitreya Muni was attentively hearing all this knowledge. Okay, that is how. And later on, Maitreya Muni is speaking, and Vyasadeva has also extracted that one and kept in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And that is what Sukadeva Goswami has studied later on. So Sukadeva Goswami studied that Srimad Bhagavatam under the guidance of his father Vyasadeva, and that one was recited to Parikshit Maharaj. And the Vyasadeva, the Sukadeva Goswami, he is referring the conversations between Vidura and Maitreya Rishi. Okay, this is very beautiful going through our understandings to going the lineage of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, and also there are few other things like Narada Muni, he also come to the Yudhishthira and he also speak about the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. For example, in the Rajasuya sacrifice, whenever Sisupala was killed by the Lord, at the time Yudhishthira inquired from Narada Muni. Narada Muni again giving the pastimes of Narasimhadev and further so many other things. That is also one lineage. Narada Muni spoke to Yudhishthira. Okay, so this is the Lord spoke directly on Srimad Bhagavatam. When and unto whom the Bhagavatam was spoken is explained herewith. Questions similar to those put forward by Vidura were asked by great sages like Sanat Kumara and Lord Sankarsana. The plenary expansion of the Supreme Lord Vasudeva answered them. So this is the Vasudeva Sankarsana and Prajabna Aniruddha. So Sankarsana is the plenary expansion of Supreme Lord Vasudeva. So Sankarsana, he is worshipped by Lord Shiva in his meditation. Lord Shiva, he worships the Sankarsana in the I think Ilavrta Varsha. So our land is the Bhumandala is divided into 7 islands and 7 oceans. The middle island is called Jambudvipa. Jambudvipa is divided into 9 Varshas. Out of that, Bharata Varsha, Ilavrta Varsha, Kimpurusha Varsha, Ketumala, Bhadrarhana Varsha. So likewise, 9 Varshas are there. So Ilavrta Varsha is in the center of the Jambudvipa, where Lord Shiva, he resides and then meditate on the Sankarsana. Meditate on Sankarsana. And there are other devotees of Sankarsana. We all see Chitraketu Maharaj. He is also the devotee of Sankarsana. On the instruction of Narada Muni, he meditated and received the blessings of Sankarsana. Sankarsana is the servant Godhead, personality, supreme personality of servant Godhead. And whereas the Vasudeva, supreme personality of enjoying Godhead. Okay, so that is how we can understand from the scriptures. Okay, but not different. Okay, and further, Maitreya Muni is addressing, speaking that the position of Sankarsana here in the 4th shloka. Swameva Dishnyam Bahumanayantam Yadvasudeva Abidam Amananti Pratyagdritaksha Ambuja Koshamishad Unmelayantam Vibudodhayaya. So Swayameva Dishnyam Bahumanayantam and Swayameva Dishnyam, and when he situated in his abode in the bottom of the universe, Swamyeva Dishnyam, himself when he was situated Bahumanayantam and greatly esteemed, Yad Vasudeva Abidam Amananti. Yad Vasudeva, that which Lord Vasudeva is Lord Vasudeva, Abidam by the name, and Amananti and acknowledge. Pratyagdritaksha is eyes settle for introspection, closing eyes for introspection, but not completely closed. Pratyagdritaksha, this is eyes settle for introspection. Ambuja kosham ishat, and they are just like a lotus petal eyes. Ambhuja kosham, lotus like eye. Ishad, and they are slightly unmelayantam, little bit have opened, slightly opened. Unmelayantam vibudodhayaya. And for the sake of advancement, he has opened those eyes for the sake of to speaking that knowledge to the 4 sages, Kumaras. So, Swameva Disnyam Bahumanayantam Yadvasudeva Abidam Amananti Pratyek Dhutaksha Ambuja Poshamishad Unmelayantam Vibudodhayaya. So, translation: at that time, Lord Sankarsana was meditating upon his Supreme Lord, whom the learned esteem as Lord Vasudeva, but for the sake of advancement of the great learned sages, he slightly opened his lotus-like eyes and began to speak about the Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the picture. I think it might have opened. I think it is a book open. I was looking for a picture only. Okay, this is the picture. So, and here the 4 Kumaras are here, and this is Anantadeva. And there is one video of this one, Srimad Bhagavatam or Temple of Vedic Planetarium, the 4 minutes or around 5 minutes, nearly 5 minutes. That one, or it is a longer version, is around 19 minutes. I think it was compiled by our devotees. It will give the universal structure. Within that one, they have showed this picture of Anantadeva speaking Srimad Bhagavatam to the 4 Kumaras under the bottom of the universe, in the under Garbhodaka ocean. Okay, let me just show that one as well. Okay, so this is the one. It's the 5-minute video. This is the one.
The planetary display, we have Shesha holding up the earth. This is Shesh, the empowered incarnation. There we have Ananta speaking Bhagavatam to the 4 Kumaras.
Okay, so this is the Ananta. So it's bottom of the universe. The 4 Kumaras are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam.
And both these subterranean planets. Here we can see Jambudvip, the central island of Bhumandala, and Bharatvarsha is situated on the southern side of that. It's 8 other Varshas with Ilavrita Varsha in the center. Various supporting mountains with large trees upon them, described in Srimad Bhagavatam. In the very center of Ilavrita Varsha is Mount Meru, Golden Mountain. Atop Mount Meru are the cities of important demigods, Lord Brahma in the center, 8 Dikpalas in the cardinal directions and subdirections. Moving out, we can see the broader Bhumandala, 7 concentric islands and oceans surrounding them. 7th of these islands is Pushkaradweep. On that island is Manasotra Mountain, and on the mountain there's various cities of demigods such as Indra. Out further is Loka Mountain. These large elephants stand atop Loka Mountain to balance Bhumandala. Outside of Loka Mountain is Aloka Varsha, which is dark. The rays of the sun and the other luminaries extend up to Loka Mountain. On Manasotra Mountain here on Pushkaradweep, the sun travels above this mountain at the southernmost point of its annual orbit. Above Bhumandala is Bhuvarloka, which is the residence of the Charanas, Siddhas, Yakshas, Gandharvas. And above there is Swargaloka, beginning from the sun and extending up to the pole star Dhruvaloka. This is the moving part of the planetary display. Here we can see the sun and the moon moving in their chariots. The chariots are being drawn by horses moving in the anti-clockwise direction, but they're traveling with the wheel of time moving in the clockwise direction faster. So it looks as if they're moving backwards. Above them are the zodiac of stars, more planets, and another realm of stars. So here we can see everything moving with the Kala Chakra, circumambulating the axis that connects Mount Meru with Dhruvaloka. Above these planets, we come to the planet of the seven sages, the Saptarshi. You can see them here. They're commonly known as the Big Dipper, and then Dhruvaloka, the pole star. On the ocean of milk situated there, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, who is the Paramatma within everyone's heart, he resides on Anantashesh. Moving up beyond there, we have Mahaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, and Satyaloka. In this video, we haven't included many of the details for there, but on Mahaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, we have residences of the Lord, such as Lord Varaha, Lord Vamana, and so on. Here's Brahmaloka, and on Brahmaloka, we also have a form of the Lord Garbhodakshaya Vishnu as the Sahasrashesha Purush. Beyond there is the seven coverings of the universe, earth, water, fire, etc. And outside of the universes is the abode of Lord Shiva, Shiva Loka. There he resides eternally. Beyond Shiva Loka, we come to Mahavishnu, Karanodakashaya Vishnu, with innumerable universes that have emanated from the pores of his transcendental body. Here you can see him being served by Rama Devi. Then we come to the Brahmajyoti, the effulgence of the Lord's transcendental body. Penetrating through the Brahmajyoti, we come to the Vaikuntha planets. We're showing 24 planets of the Vaikuntha realm in this model. The Lord with 4 arms is holding the conch, disc, club, and lotus, and the various combinations of those 4 make 24. Then we come to Goloka Vrindavan. Here we can see Radha Madhava, but we'll also be showing the other primary rasas, Krishna with the cowherd boys, Krishna being served, Krishna with Mother Yashoda. So this is an overview of the planetary display to be shown in the main dome of the temple.
Okay, so that is the beauty of our temple of Vedic planetarium. So that is being in construction. I think it will be opened soon. Okay, so coming back to our shloka. Here, this is just what I wanted to show, is the Lord Sankarshana, his bottom of was meditating upon the Supreme Lord, whose learned esteem as Lord Vasudeva, but for the sake of the advancement of great learned sages, he slightly opened his lotus eyes and began to speak. Okay, there is no purport for this particular shloka. Okay, the Swayameva Deshnyam Bahumanayantam Yad Vasudeva Abhidam Amananti Pratyudraksha Ambuja Koshamishad Unmelayantam Vibudodhayaya. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam K.J. Okay, we shall move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Okay, today letter to Shyamasundara, December 30th, 1970, Surat. Can I request David Mataji to read this letter, please?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, I'll read this, but there was a question regarding Sutta Goswami as well, and how he came to know about the Bhagavatam and how he explained it to, is it Shonak Rishis and everybody. So I just wanted to know that bit, how it falls into the lineages that you described. So shall we do that later once I've read this, or before? Or?
So here, it is also described here in the Srimad Bhagavatam. When Sukadeva Goswami Tadjidam Grahyamasa Satumatmatam Varam Sarva Veditihasaram Saram Samudritam Sukadeva Goswami learned from the Vasudeva, Saram Saram Samudritam. And then later on, Satu Samsravayamasa Maharajam Parichitam Prayopavesham Gangayam Paritam Paramashabhihi. When Parikshit Maharaj was in the Prayopavesha among these great sages, so Sukadeva Goswami spoke that one. Satu Samsravayamasa Maharajam Parichitam Prayopavesham Gangayam Paritam Paramashabhihi. And then later on, तत्र कीर्तयतु विप्रा विप्रशे भूरि तेजसः अहं आज्यगमं तत्र निविष्टः तदनुग्रहात्. And he Sudha Goswami saying, तत्र कीर्तयतु विप्रशे भूरि तेजसः अहं च आज्यगमं तत्र निविष्टः तदनुग्रहात् सोऽहं वा श्राविष्यामि यथादीतं यथामते. I have been there in the present among those sages. Tatra Kirtayatu Vipra, when Sukadeva Goswami is speaking to Maharaj Parikshit, I was present there, among with all other sages like Vyasdev, Narada Muni, so many other great sages were present when Sukadeva Goswami is speaking to Parikshit. He says that, Soham Vashravishyami Yathaditam Yathamati. Whatever I have heard from Sukadeva Goswami, I will speak to all of you, O Saunikadi sages, like Sukadeva Goswami says.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji.
My dear Shyam Sundara, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 26 December 1970. You write to say that on last Monday morning you were to see Mr. G.R. Jolly, but you talked with Hansaduta by trunk call this morning, and you did not mention anything about your meeting with Mr. Jolly. If Jolly accepts our terms of rupees 50,000 down immediately and the balance to be paid by rupees 2,000 every month, as I have advised you previously, then why not settle up the thing that way? If these terms are settled up, then I can pay him immediately rupees 50,000 down payment on my arrival in Bombay. I'm very glad that you're working in Bombay with great enthusiasm. As you say that Bombay is like a dream for Krishna consciousness, you may take the Bombay Center very seriously and do it nicely. The program of work of two parties working, canvassing life members is very nice. The only thing is we require immediately a nice place to keep your assistance. If the Jolly business is not settled up, then you immediately try to have some place on rental business. We are all leaving Surat on Sunday, the 4th January 1971 by the Flying Rani, reaching Bombay Central at 10:30 a.m. the same morning. I hope by the time I reach Bombay, the registration of the society and other things might have been... By the time I reach Bombay, the registration of the society and other things might have been finalized. Please keep the Tandberg tape recorder ready. Hope this will meet you in good health. PS, as well as my bank passbook made up to date. PS enclosed herewith. Please find one letter to be signed by you and sent to the editor of the Times, replying the several letters which you have sent me cut from the recent editions of the Times. This letter is very important, and you may personally hand over the same to the editor so that it may be published immediately. We invite all kinds of men to discuss on this high philosophy of life. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji, from this letter?
I think, firstly, I think he's, there are some admin stuff here, but the first bit is I think he wants to secure a place in Bombay. I'm not sure, is it for the devotees or for the disciples? So he's talking about, getting that place and settling that, securing that immediately and giving the down payment. The second thing is about the Bombay program, that how it's so important to have this center flourishing in Bombay, because there is more chance of getting more life members there, and Bombay being the main city as well, if you spread the Krishna consciousness and the preachings of Krishna and every Krishna there, then there is more chance that there would be more. The movement would be spread widely through Bombay Center as well. And then I think he also talks about Surat. He likes going to Surat because from the previous letters as well, we saw that there were many life members done in Surat as well. And then the tape recorder, obviously he needs it for his recording and translating and everything. And then he's talking about the publishing of a letter. It seems like many letters were written, but one in particular, I think, was quite important, and it would be good if the Times published it, then people would know about it. I'm not sure what would be in that letter, but I'm guessing it would be more about the movement of Krishna consciousness, which would be good if people read it through the newspaper. So he wants it to be published immediately. I could be totally wrong. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nicely summarized. Thank you so much. Okay, any other comments, dear devotees? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So here we need the life members. So life members is meant for to support the society and Krishna consciousness. And also there is a financially also the temples needs to be sustained so that it can give the knowledge to everyone else. This is also called some pattern programs. So every month they will be supplying something, some financial support or ingredient, something like that. But when we have got life members, and they will come and take advantage of our society and progress further in the spiritual life. Okay, so the program of work of two parties working canvassing life members is very nice. And also, in order to establish those things, we need a place to keep our your assistants. Okay, so that is very, very important. Wherever you go, we need some kind of land, some labor, some organizing things. So this is what for the pleasure of Krishna. Yat karosi, yat dasnasi, yat juhosi, dadasi, yat tapaspasi kaunteya kurushva madarpanam. Do it for me, Arjuna. Okay, likewise, Prabhupada is doing all these things for the pleasure of Krishna. Okay, that is what Krishna also wanted to please Krishna. Okay, that is my takeaway, and everything else, Prabhupada, this is administration thing. There's so many things are there. Hare Krishna. Yeah, and also Prabhupada, when the things are this letter or information is very important, it is better to go personally. That is one more point. Okay, any other comments? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter, and from the announcements point of view. Today we don't have any further events in the evening, and tomorrow is again teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Tuesday, preaching practice session with Hemlata Mataji. Okay, and events this week again continues as usual. And dear devotees, if you've got any events or you wanted to share anything, kindly share. Or you wanted to ask anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly do so. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Not regarding this letter, but you were talking about Vasudev, Shankarshan, Pradyumna, and Anuruddha. Are there any pastimes there which which has been talked about to do with Pradyumna and Aniruddha? yes, because Sankarshan, you talked about that, how he spoke Bhagavata to to Sanat Kumar, and also Chitraketu used to meditate upon Sankarshan. But are there any like other pastimes to do with the others as well?
So yes, Mataji. So it's a very nice question. So here in the Krishna's pastimes, when Krishna in the in Golok, when Krishna was in the Vrindavan with all his coward boys and gopis and girls, everyone, that is Vrindavana. And also the statement, always he is in the Vrindavan, he will never ever leave. When Akrura came to Vrindavana to take Krishna and Balaram, at the time, Krishna expanded himself as Vasudeva Krishna. And then he went to the mother and then further to Dwaraka. There it is called Vasudeva Krishna. And Balaram, Sankarshna is there. Pradyumna, Krishna's son. Pradyumna. Pradyumna's son, Aniruddha. The beautiful pastimes, they represent this Vasudeva Sankarshna Pradyumna. So this one our acharyas glorify. And this is of pastimes of the Lord. When Lord appears, all his expansions also come as an entourage. Krishna and all his entourage and all the associates, devotees all take birth in the Yadu dynasty. They are eternal associates of the Lord, and some of them are demigods as well. They wanted to take part in the Krishna's pastimes. That is one I can reflect. And also in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes also, there are few other things like Nityananda's Prabhu's son, like Veerabhadra. So Chaitanya Charitamrita, it describes that he is the expansion of Kshirodak Sai Vishnu. So likewise, again we need to go through the Chaitanya Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mangala. There's three different literatures. It's a big literatures. Like Chaitanya Charitamrita is one of it. Chaitanya Bhagavata, Chaitanya Mangala. Chaitanya Bhagavata is composed by Vrindavan Das Thakur, and who is son of Narayani. Narayani is the niece of Srivas Thakur. Okay, that is of Chaitanya Bhagavata, and Chaitanya Mangala, I think it is composed by Lochana Das Thakur, who is a disciple of Narahari Thakur. I think day before yesterday, I think we have seen his appearance or disappearance day. Yes, Narahari's Sarkara Thakur disappearance day on 15th. Okay, so that is Lochana Das Thakur. And then Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami composed. Chaitanya is the disciple of Nityananda Prabhu. Okay, so likewise, whenever the Lord comes, he comes with all his entourage. So this is Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhaktikam Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam. Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakti Dektikam. This is one set. And Krishna comes and all his entourage is differently. But we can see and correlate everything with Srimad Bhagavatam. That is what here Kavi Karnakapura in the Gauragana Desha Deepika he does. There are many things about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes, and again, coming to Krishna, there are innumerable things, and all our acharyas glorifies. So specifically what I can reflect is straight away is Pradyumna and Aniruddha, they are son and grandson of Krishna. Balram is the brother of Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. I do remember reading about Aniruddha, and I think how he marries, is it Shiva's daughter, who used to be Shiva's daughter in previous life. So in our Gujarati Chaitra month, and my mother-in-law, and she would say, "Oh, let's read this story." So I wasn't sure whether it is the same Anirudh that you mentioned here. Hence, I asked. I wasn't sure, but it looks like it's the same.
Yes, he's a grandson of Krishna who married Busha. Busha is the daughter of Banasura. Banasura is the son of Bali Chakravarti. Yes, again, that is a very beautiful pastimes. And here, for example, let me just share. If you wanted to go a little bit more understanding, as Mataji was, Hemrata Mataji was very enthusiastically asking about this one. Okay, let me just put it in kind of Excel. Okay, the shlokas, how they will go. So here, Krishna, when we put Krishna here, and then next is the Balaram. Just forgive me for any spell mistakes. And then Vasudeva, and then here Sankarshana, and Pradyumna, and then here Aniruddha. Okay. So here, if I do a scriptural perspective, so I'll just bring those shlokas here. In the 326, here Vasudevam, Yadahu Vasudevakyam. This is Vasudeva. This particular shloka refers to Vasudeva. Control V. And then, here, let me just expand for the shloka. So sometimes when some of the devotees in our ISKCON society, they will keep different kinds of pictures, but that is sometimes I did not correlate to this particular shloka. So that's why I'm just trying to give this straight away. And then this is the function, how it comes into the material world, because it is not simply the shloka, it is also our real life. It is our real life. Okay, this one, and then, okay, let me just put it into. This is Vasudeva. This is called Vasudeva, and then it is the function and how it is related. Okay, and then Sankarshana, coming to Sankarshana. So here it is Sankarshanakyam Purusham Bhutendriya Manomayam. This is Lord Sankarshana, and then his function is coming down here. This Katritvam Karanatvam Cha Karyatvam Chet Lakshanam. Okay, that goes function. Okay, and further, this is Pradyumna, is the intelligence. So intelligence goes like Vaikarikad Vikurvana Manahatattvam Ajayat. This is about the Aniruddha. It's a function of the mind. And then it comes like the shloka goes here. Yadahu hi Anuruddhakyam. Control C and then Control V. Okay, this is Anuruddhakyam. So now you see Sankarshana. Sorry, I just kept here. Okay, this is Aniruddha and Aniruddha function. Yes, Sankalpa Vikalpabhyam Vattati Kama Sambhavaha. And further, Taijasatu Vikarvanat Buddhi Tattvam Abhutati. This is Dravyaspurana Vijnanam Indriyanam Anugraha. This is the function of this is Aniruddha. Okay, and then his function is the Samsayota Viparyaso Nishchayaha Smritir Evacha. Okay, this is Vasudeva Sankarshana Pradyumna. This is the main thing. And here Vasudeva representation. Here, if you look at this one, Sankarshana Kimiti Chetasaha Vrittibhihi Lakshanam. शान्तत्वम् इति चेतसः वृत्तिभिः लक्षणं प्रोक्तं यथापां प्रकृतिः परा. The consciousness, before it touches this material world, it was pure. Once it touches, it is contaminated. Okay, so here Krishna consciousness is the pure Krishna consciousness. And then material consciousness. Material consciousness. So hope you are catching these things. And then Sankarshana. This is real spiritual identification. Identification. And then here, material body, bodily conception, bodily identification. This is false. This is a false ego. Okay. And then further coming to this one, intelligence is the pradyumna, serving the Lord in the spiritual aspects. Serving Krishna in spiritual aspects. And then here, serving the body, serving the material nature. And then further, this one coming to the Aniruddha is the mind, absorption of mind in the Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness. And then here, mind in the trying to fulfill the desires, mind to fulfill material desires. Okay, this one material desires. And here, for the material perspective, who is the, this is Mahatattva is accommodating, okay, this one, Mahatattva. It is accommodating the consciousness, the material consciousness. And then here Sankarshana is the Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is the representative. And then for the Pradyumna, here Lord Brahma. This is material aspective. And Aniruddha is the moon god. Lord moon god. Okay. Okay. So this is how Krishna. And then here what it means, we are the spiritual souls. Spiritual soul. Spiritual soul. So now if you just relate here, our identification as a spirit spark, we exhibit ourselves in the material world, and then identifying ourselves with the material body, false identification, serving the law, serving the material nature, serving our sense gratifications, serving sense gratifications. Our mind is absorbed with full of material desires. This is the material nature. And this is the spiritual in nature. Okay, and dear devotees, if you are getting any kind of questions, kindly ask. This is spiritual aspects here, and then here material aspects. Now, we are in this material world. We are a soul, and we are exhibiting our existence and our identification and our intelligence, our mind. Okay, moon, and here the Brahma, Lord Shiva, and here Mahatattva. Mahatattva is accommodating the consciousness. So this is, if we see here, यत्तत् सत्त्वगुणं स्वच्छं शान्तं भगवतः पदं यदाहुः वासुदेवाख्यं चित्तं तद्महदात्मकम्. So Lord Shiva, he mentions the Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudev Siddhitam Yedete Tatra Puman Apavritaha Sattve Chitasmin Bhagavan Vasudevo Hedokshiyo Me Namasa Vidhiyate. He describes about that. So I understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the Vasudeva Sthiti, completely in Krishna consciousness. So this is Srimad Bhagavatam, what it means to us. We are exhibiting the symptom of the soul. These are the antahkaranas. This is manobuddhi ahankara chittamiti antaratmakam. This is antahkaranas, the four of them: consciousness, and identifications, and mind and intelligence. Again, this one also described here. If I go a little bit further, early shlokas coming here. Chittamidi mahat. So here, Vishwamatmagatam Vyanjan Kotastha Jagadankurah Swatejas. This is Swatejasa Apivattivram Atma Praswapanam Tamaha. And this is the Lord, how he procreates this universe world. Antaha Purusha Rupena Kal Rupena Yo Bahihi. This is another. Prakritehe Gunasamyasya Nirvisheshasya Man. Okay, this is another thing. Further, there is much. Manobuddhi ahankara chittamiti antaratmakam chaturjha lakshite bhedo vricha lakshana proktaya. So here the internal subtle senses are experienced as four aspects in the shape of mind, intelligence, ego, and contaminated consciousness. Between them can be made only by the different functions, since they represent different characteristics. So now coming to this particular shloka, the Excel spreadsheet, spiritual soul, all these things are exhibited by here. Okay, let's do. These are the symptom of a soul. This is ourself. We are souls, not the body, not the mind, not intelligence. There are different characteristics of the soul here. So this is four aspects. So any questions, dear devotees, in this? So here, where is Krishna? Here, Krishna is in the top, and Balram expands Vasudeva and Krishna, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. And then this is Krishna consciousness. This is pure. Okay, this is all green. Okay, let us put here as a green one. Okay, and then here, when we come in contact with the material world, this is contaminated. We just keep them in different color. This is a yellow, that one. Okay, this is our material world. Okay, spiritual, we are spirit sparks and we exhibit our symptoms. One is the consciousness, material consciousness, and material mind, material intelligence, and material identification or false identification. So here, different deities representing those four. And in order to purify these things, so it's a gradual elevation. And we have to respect all the demigods. But when we try to skip all these things and approach Krishna, straight away to Krishna through bona fide spiritual master, then everything will go. We skip all the material, immediately coming to the transcendental platform. If it is not possible through the transcendental platform, what is going to happen? Because we are identifying ourselves with the body, most of the people, they will go to Lord Shiva to worship. And in due course of time, they develop intelligence and also the good nature, what they call it is good nature of this material world. But Lord Shiva, what he does, because he is always worshipping Sankarshana. So Lord Shiva worships Sankarshana. He is in the Ilavarta Varsha, he worships Sankarshana. Okay, so that what he is here representing. And then he will send ourselves, who is the devotee of Lord Shiva, he will send the devotees to further elevation to the spiritual or to Krishna. Either Vasudeva or Narayana or Krishna straight away. Going to the Krishna is the topmost. This is one level, gradual step. Coming in contact with the devotees of the Lord in a bona fide spiritual
Or
master.
is it disturbance at night?
Yes, Mataji. Any questions, Mataji? David Mataji?
Thought there was a lot of break when he was because maybe it's my end.
And the devotees, are you able to hear me?
We are able to hear Mataji. Prabhu, can you kindly just
Maybe it's just
recap
my
these? Prabhu, can you able to recap all these tattvas one more time, please?
Yes, Mataji. So here the Krishna and expands as Balaram, and Balaram expands Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. So here Vasudevas, this is Yattat Sattva Gunam Swacham, Shantam Bhagavataha Padam, Yadahu Vasudevakyam, Chittam Tad Mahadatmakam. This is Chittam Tad Mahadatmakam. This is Mahatattva, consciousness. Okay, this is the one aspect of Vasudeva. Swachhatvam avikaritvam shantatvam iti chetasaha vrittibihi lakshanam proktam yatapam prakritihi para. Before coming into the material nature, it was pure consciousness, Vasudeva Sthiti. Now it is in the material world, it is material consciousness. Before Krishna consciousness. This is the natural constitutional position of a living entity. This is Vasudeva aspect. And this is material aspect. Yellow is the material aspect. And here Sankarshana, Balrama's Sankarshana aspect is identifying oneself with Sahasasesham Sakshat Yam Anantam Prachakshate Sankarshanakyam Purusham Bhutendriya Manomayam. Bhutendriya Manomayam. And Katrutvam Karanatvam Cha Karyatvam Cheti Lakshanam Shanta Gaur Vimodatvam Iti Vasyad Ahankrutehe. This is Ahankrutehe. So here Sankarshana is Ahankritehe. One has to be, this is real spiritual identification is to serve the Krishna. Okay? Because I'm a part and parcel of Krishna. I'm a servant of Krishna. My duty is to serve Krishna. This is identifying oneself that spiritual. This is both Indriya Manomayam. Is Sankarshana aspect. But whenever it is perverted reflection in this material world, it is by false identification with the body. I'm the body. I wanted to gratify my senses. I want to live happily. Mine. This is me. It belongs to me. This is identifying the false bodily identification. This is called. And then the false ego. Here, next one is the pradyumna, the intelligence. This is taisatu vikurvana buddhihi tattvam abhutsati. Buddhihi tattvam abhutsati. Dravya spurana vijnanam indriyanam anugrahaha. The intelligence will be given to all the senses. Okay, this is the function of pradyumna. And then what it will do, the indriya, the senses. Samsayo at viparyaso nishchayaha smritir evacha. Swapa iti uchite buddhehe lakshanam vrittibihi pratak. This is whether I need to do it, doubts, raising the doubts, clarification, so many things. This is the functions of the intelligence. And this is represented by pradyumna. in the Krishna consciousness. In this material world, Lord Brahma represents Pradyumna. And here, Lord Brahma is of material nature. And similarly, in the aspect of Aniruddha, this is the mind. So this is mind to fulfill material desires. This is mind absorption, Krishna consciousness. Okay, mind absorption in Krishna consciousness.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So when it is said Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, is it in the material world, and these
Yes.
are the jobs they are doing for us in the material world?
Yes.
How these are connected, Prabhu? All these avatars, the influence in the humans, okay, when we are living in this world, how it is connected, Prabhu? Like,
So here Vishnu doesn't come. Vishnu or is the all-pervading. So he is not representing one of it. He is supreme personality of Godhead. He is a complete pure consciousness. Because of his presence, the Mahatattva will come into the existence. Okay, we can say this is the Vasudeva. Vishnu is means all-pervading, the Lord who is filling entire cosmic manifestation. Vishnu. And how it means. So because our individual soul, manobuddhi ahankara chittamiti antaratmakam Chitudha lakshite bhedo vricha lakshana rupaya. These are the symptoms, the existence of the spirit spark. Through different symptoms, it will thinks and then it feels, and it wants to do something, and it identifies itself as particular thing. And what it means to us. Now, we are in this material world. Somewhere or other we have fall down here because of our false desire, lording it over material nature. Now what we should be doing, whether I want to take gradual or I wanted to utilize this time perfectly in Krishna consciousness. When coming here, so now we need to say how much time it will take if I just keep on going. If I know what is the shortcut, I wanted to go very quickly. What I will do, our scripture says that one has to take the shelter of bona fide spiritual master. Tad vidhi pranipadena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnanaha tattvadashinaha. So these gurus, they will gurus here, they will straight away take you to the soul, okay, skipping or bypassing all these things. Okay, this is a soul, okay, or individuals. Okay, material world. Okay, okay, we are here, this one. So this is same of the yellow thing. So we straight away go from here. There is the insert, there is a line, something like that. Lines here. What is that? No, it's not a graph I wanted to put. It is like something else. Okay, so here we straight away go into the Guru, through Guru and straight away to Krishna. That's all we wanted to do. So here I just put a different color instead of showing that.
Prabhuji, can you go to insert? Can you go to insert? I will tell you. I'm speaking on mute. Yeah, can you see the top icon next to store? Can you expand that next to store? The red bag is there, right? Next to the left hand side, above the online pictures.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Yeah, can you, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so this is the line. It is going from here. So this is to straight away to Guru. Okay, and then Guru, what he will do? Again, he will take to straight away to Krishna. Okay, this is the way to Krishna here. Okay, that is what it is going to happen. This is individual soul. So here we are skipping everything, straight away approaching Krishna, and straight away when we are in going to Krishna, what happens? All these things automatically happen, and we bypass all of this materialism, direct straight away transcendental platform. Okay. So, but here I think it will take some time to put it and in nice pictures and explaining these things. I couldn't find time to prepare all these things, so just straight away putting here in the.
No, it is very useful, Prabhu. Yeah. In our spiritual practices, like I think, are there any examples of how the people followed Guru and directly reached Krishna?
It is not possible without bona fide spiritual guru. It is not possible to go directly to Krishna. Otherwise, you have to go through all these demigods worship and then accumulating pious credits. Again, at the end, you still need the touch of a bona fide spiritual master. Without touch of bona fide spiritual master, it is not possible at all. This is again Jada Bharat Maharaj. He stresses that point. Rahuguna etad. Rahuguna. He was speaking to Rahuguna. Padam Nayati. He was mentioning what is that shloka? Padam Nayati Natya Jaya Nirvapana Guhadva Rahuguna etad. Let me just that one. Rahuguna etad. You would see that. Vina Mahatpada Rajobhishekam. This is the shloka, I think. This is Rahuguna. Rahuguna etad tapasa nayati na chejjaya nirvapanad gruhadva na chandasa naiva jalagni suryehi vina mahatpada rajobhishekam. So he says that. Would you like to read this translation, Mataji?
Which Mataji, Prabhu?
Rajalakshmi Mataji.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I will do it, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. My dear King Raguna, unless one has the opportunity to smear his entire body with the dust of the lotus feet of great devotees, one cannot realize the absolute truth. One cannot realize the absolute truth simply by observing celibacy, brahmacharya, strictly following the rules and regulations of householder life, leaving home as a vanaprastha, accepting sannyasa, or undergoing severe penances in winter by keeping oneself submerged in water or surrounding oneself in summer by fire and the scorching heat of the sun. There are many other processes to understand the absolute truth, but the absolute truth is only revealed to one who has attained the mercy of a great devotee. Okay.
Mataji. So
Thank
this
you,
is,
Prabhuji.
yeah, this clarifies. There are many examples, but this is straight away example I'm just mentioning here. Prabhupada gives so many innumerable examples. Without a touch of a great devotee, it's not possible one to go straight away or quickly to Krishna.
Okay, yeah.
So Prabhuji, for us, we should follow just Srila Prabhupada's teachings, those who haven't got guru as such?
It must be as per the scriptures. One must be seen. Otherwise, without guru, one cannot progress. How can one? We are understanding instructions from Srila Prabhupada as a Siksha Guru. But from the Diksha perspective, we need a spiritual master. Because when there is a person, we surrender to, we worship Guru, we get an opportunity to serve Guru, his lotus feet. We get direct instructions. Srila Prabhupada as a Siksha Guru, he is always there. He is eternal. But we need a present Guru to serve him somewhere or other. And we need to receive initiation from him.
But at what point should we then be looking for a guru? From which point is the right time?
So here, name has to be changed by the spiritual master. That is mentioned here. Shanka Chakra Gadadi Buddha Pundram Dharanadi Atmalakshanam. And Tannamakaranam Vaishnavatvam Iha Ujjate. So giving the name by the spiritual master. That is Vaishnavatvam Iha Ujjate. That is called Vaishnava.
No, I meant at what point should we be start looking for a guru?
Yes, it is a very good question. Because as soon as we start inquiring ourselves, I wanted to understand what I am, why I'm going, why I have put up in these particular circumstances, why so many things are happening. At that time, we approach spiritual master. Now, once we have approached spiritual master, now I understand, yes, this body is going to fall down. Anyway, either I just keep it very healthily or feeding all kinds of nourishing food or everything, but on one day it will fall down. Either one day before, either we eat 100% of food items in this world or few fruits or something what is meant for. It doesn't matter. The body is going to fall down. Now what I should do? Because life, the spirit soul is eternal. Consciousness is eternal. What is the process? Now I have, but many scriptures are saying that I need to take initiation and progress further. There, the reflections without initiation, reflections are entirely different. After the initiation, reflections are entirely different. This realization goes in the heart, journey within the heart. You would experience more intimate relationship with Krishna after the initiation. It is my practical experience as well. Before initiation, we have been going through all the following regulative principles and hearing Srila Prabhupada's instructions, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is one reflections. After the initiation, we would see the close relationship with Krishna progressing in very rapid way. It will give the real aspects. That is through mercy of the Guru. But though we are not nearer to spiritual master all the time bodily, we are following the instructions of spiritual. So Prabhupada instructions are there always, but at the same time we need to have a living Guru as well. There are some institutions, they are also having different kinds, but there are some loopholes in that. There are some fall downs. But here, when we have got a solid bona fide spiritual succession, evam parampara praptam imam rajasyo viduhu. When we have got that parampara, we have to take that one and step it further. There is nothing to hesitate, step back. What is the harm if I am just going, I'm doing the same thing. What is the harm? And just what is the thing is, my false identification is going to be succeeded. I am the servant of my spiritual master. He is servant of his spiritual master. He is servant of his spiritual master. Going on. Majjanma palamidam matugaita bhare. Mattardane madanagraha yesha eva. Tadbhrutya bhrutya paricharaka bhrutyasya itimam smaralokanada. I wanted to be servant of Gopi Bhatta Kamala Gopi Bhatta Pada Kamala Das. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says some statements like that. I wanted to be servant of. This is what it connects to us. That line, if that one when we are in the danger, that thread comes from the safe place so that we will be holding that thread going upwards into the safe position. That is Guru Parampara, taking the initiation from spiritual master. And here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted spiritual master. He got initiated by Ishwarapuri. Krishna was initiated by Sandipani Muni. And everyone are having spiritual masters. That is our It is not that one has suddenly just got self-realized by reading somewhere here and there, knowing personal by personal endeavors. He became something like enlightened and become establishing one organization. That does not help. It must be connected to Krishna or spiritual succession. Otherwise, there will be calamities, havocs within that process. There are some societies like, I don't want to name them. They will somewhere, Satya Yuga is 5,000 years ago. But what is the scriptural injunction? Where is Rama in it and where is Krishna in it? They say there is in the YouTube one beautiful thing. Satya Yuga is like this. It is only phantasmagoria. There is no scriptural basis at all. How does such kind of spiritual institutions come into existence that brings havoc in the society? People are like, because they do not come that much easily, because people wanted that, they wanted to have their own personal speculations. Such kind of people who are attracted to such kind of institutions because of the nature of the people. I wanted to be some kind of doing pious activities, charities, things. They will be attracted to similar kind of institutions. And I wanted to be pure devotee of the Lord. I don't like all these things because somewhere or other there is a material contamination. If who is having very pure consciousness, they will be attracted to the pure institutions like Krishna consciousness. They do not compromise. Though it is a bit hard, but it is the truth. That is what Krishna says that one. Sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam saranam braja. Aham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshishami masucha. Do not worry. You just surrender only unto me. Do not surrender to anyone else. Otherwise, it is the krutajnanaha. Kamaistaisir krutajnanaha prapadyanti anya devataha. Tam tam nemam astaya prakrutya nita swaya. They will be conditioned by nature. So you surrender only to me. This is Krishna's statement. That is comes through bona fide spiritual master who is surrendering to Krishna completely. So this is when I have taken initiation, I have contemplated like this, understanding that it is inevitable. We must take the shelter of the lotus feet of spiritual master. That will make us, and then we realize that one later on. So until we taste that, we do not know what is the lose here. What do we lose when we take initiation from the bona fide spiritual master? Do we lose something here?
Yeah, no, Prabhu.
No, Prabhu.
Yeah, my question is, there are so many Kathavachak in Vrindavan. Are they, and they follow some of the other sampradaya, but they are ultimately talking about Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita and all. Are they from bona fide parampara, or how to know? They say they are Brijvasis. I mean, they are Brijvasis, and should we listen to their lectures and Katha? What should we do?
Again, it is Bahusaka hi Anantasha. Krishna says, Vyavasayatmaka buddhihi ekehe kurunandhana. There are so many things. Take only one. Vyavasayatmaka buddhihi ekehe kurunandhana. Progress in that path. Do we need to worry about all other things? Every home has got different kinds of foods and their own way of living. Do I need to hear all those things, or just it is whatever I needed? I wanted to cook myself and eat it to satisfy myself. When I know the process and when I know the ingredients in my home, do I need to worry about the ingredients in some other's home and how they cook, how they eat it, how they relish? It is not our business. I wanted to relish myself in with the ingredients available for me readily and satisfy. Likewise, when we are in Krishna conscious, there are so many other things, so many other people. They do not help us knowing about them. And how I can utilize the things which are available readily for me. We have got Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and bona fide spiritual succession, and all the knowledge required. There is nothing which is not available in Krishna consciousness. When I have got all these things, why do I need to go for something else? Of course, they are in their own way. But this is what I have got readily available. I will take it but I still follow the regulative principles, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and associate with the devotees. I'm having everything, but why do I worry about? And here we will hear those devotees of Vrindavana, but for understanding the mellows, how we can taste. Again, it is according to our taste and our desires, how we wanted to take it further. Then we will hear all those things. First of all, we need to establish the platform within our heart. Then we can progress in different mellows based on our mood. Krishna is the Rasa Vigraha. He knows how to enjoy with all his devotees. Okay, so that is again reflections, personal understandings.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, Mataji, is that?
Yeah, yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
But still anything behind Mataji's like immediately
no.
you
Yeah,
may be saying in the beginning like okay, yes, I understand, thank you, but later on still something is back. It is not yet clear. Still, it is holding back to us.
No, you are right. Actually, I was listening to, Amog Lila Prabhu, and he was telling not to listen to other speakers. They do speak about Rasik, bha, mm, I mean, Vrindavan's Rasiks and other Sampradaya, those, Sampradaya, what we call them. Um, I can't find that proper word, but not to get lost in all those things. Only listen to ISKCON preachers. So that's what he was telling us. It's like if you go and listen to other preachers, it's like doing shopping around, going to each and every shop and liking or disliking things, and then again coming back finally to the same brand you like. So that's what he was telling.
Yes, yeah, that is right. Prabhupada mentions after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, so many people they have proud that they represent themselves that I belong to Chaitanya, and then Baula something like that. Baula something Prabhupada was mentioning in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, but they do not really represent Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as a devotee, he does not pose himself as a Rasikas or something like that, as a devotee and in a deep love towards Krishna. That is what his exhibition. Okay, that mode we do not experience, but we would later on, after seeing that, initially it may get attracted to us, but later on we would see the other aspects of it, which we do not like it because it is not aligning to the scriptural injunctions. In Krishna consciousness, we do not speak about opinions or personal thoughts like that. We take everything Bhagavata Dharma, Pancharatrika Dharma. Pancharatri is worshipping the deities. Bhagavata Dharma is going through the devotees association, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam, and scriptures. This is Bhagavata Dharma, Pancharatra Dharma, deity worship. Both go together. There is no chance of fall down. We are always, this is standard platform. Once we have equipped and taken initiation, progressing further, then we hear those things for a couple of minutes, but to understand the taste of those devotees, that is a different reflection. At the time, we do not fall down. We'll come to know what is best for us. But first of all, we need to be on the proper platform.
Yeah. I have one more question in my mind, Prabhu. How to introduce Krishna consciousness to a person who is already devotee, worshipping demigods, Lord Shiva, and everyone, and for them it's not easy if we tell them that Krishna is the Supreme Personality,
Yeah.
it's so how should we introduce Krishna? Because they know they do worship Krishna, but not solely Krishna only. They
Yes.
worship everyone. So how do you influence or introduce Krishna's bhakti?
So here, people who are approaching Lord Shiva, let them do it. Lord Shiva will automatically send them to Krishna consciousness. When their devotion to Lord Shiva is fructified, he will send it to
Yeah.
Krishna. And we do not disturb them. Otherwise, they will be envious towards. But we will tell as per the scriptural injunctions. Because how to differentiate the devotees of Lord Shiva or devotees of Vishnu? Vishnu Bhakta Smrita Deva Asuraha Tad Viparyayaha. Devotees of Vishnu are the Deva, everyone else. It doesn't matter to say devotees of Durga, devotees of Ganesha, devotees of Shiva, devotees of Kartikeya. It doesn't matter. Everything Asuraha Tad Viparyayaha. Vishnu Bhakta Smrita Deva Asuraha Tad Viparyayaha. So here they are going in their spiritual path step by step. At the same time, what is their day-to-day activities? Are they going through the austerities and penances? What are their desires? And are they the good citizens of this country? And do they have material desires to enjoy in this material world? If they have, but whatever they are going in that path, that is appropriate for them. We do not disturb them because they have got so many of materialistic plans. Otherwise, it is Krishna with Navitalaye, Mandan. They are Mandan. Krishna with Navichale. The devotees, they do not disturb them because they are going step by step. If there is a snail is going on a footpath, I will just go and, why are you going slowly? Come, climb onto this car and then I will take you very fast. Does it like it? No.
Oh,
It wanted to go in its own pace. So we cannot compare one living entity to other living entity. We just only provide the information. If they take it or not, they also in their own journey. Yesterday, I think as Krishna Keshav Prabhuji was telling, devotees, they are devotees in their own way to the Lord. We respect everyone.
yeah. But how to spread Krishna consciousness then?
We become initiated, we become pure devotee, then whatever we speak, based on our strength of austerities and penances, our words will become true. First of all, it starts with ourselves. Whatever we have, and all the way, all our desires will take into the shape when we become pure, completely pure, without our material desires. Our endeavors will take into the shape.
Okay. Yeah, understood. Thank you, Prabhu.
The purity is the force. Books are the basis. Preaching is the essence.
Yeah.
And again, this purity comes by our austerities and penances. How does that go? It goes through the discipline, regulative principles. We do not take everything like a casual. We take everything as serious. It is Krishna consciousness. For the pleasure of Krishna, not for our personal sense gratificatory purpose, or not for showing off in the society, not for the prestige sake. It is we are seriously taking in Krishna consciousness.
Yeah. One more thing, someone was asking me, what's the difference between Vishnu Bhakti and Krishna Bhakti? It's same, isn't it? So I was thinking how to explain Vishnu Bhakti and Krishna Bhakti. So because that person is he is a Vishnu worshipper.
Yeah, that's all right. There is no conflict in the Vishnu Bhakti or Krishna Bhakti. So, Krishna, Bhruvanga Leela Matrina Vishnu Kotim Sriyatriyaha. This is Prakriti glorifies Krishna. Bhruvanga Leela Matrina Vishnu Kotim Sriyatriyaha. Krishna creates millions of Vishnus by just Bhruvanga Leela Matrena. Of course, but Krishna and Vishnu not different. In a way, Deepachire vihi dasantram abhipetya deepayati yurda hetu samana dharma. It is samana dharma. No, there is no conflict on that side. But
Yeah,
here,
because the way they worship, I mean, and the shlokas they recite is different from Krishna. So there is difference, Prabhu, isn't it? For
yes,
I mean,
there is,
they don't chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. They don't recite Krishna's slokas. It's all about Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu. That's all
yeah, that's
for
fine
them.
actually. It is a kind of a Narayana aspect. They wanted to go to the Vaikuntha Loka. Even Bhishma, they wanted to see Krishna in the 400 form, and that is his desire. So he was transferred back to Vaikuntha in the Vaikuntha Lokas, one of the Vaikuntha Lokas. But devotees, that is Vaikuntha Loka is the opulent form of the Lord. That is also Vaikuntham. In the Krishna's is Goloka Vrindavana. And here two-handed form and devotees have got intimate relationship with the Lord. But there it is the master and servant in the Vaikuntha Loka. But in the Goloka Vrindavana, intimate relationship. Devotees they do not take Krishna as the supreme personality of God. They wanted to be like friends or conjugal lovers or friends, father, mother, and servants likewise. It has got mixed rasas, mellows. Krishna Rasa Vigraha.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, bro.
Again, we see when we go to the South Indian temples, there in the temples, especially Vishnu temples, for example, Lord Venkateshwara. Om Namo Narayanaya. As soon as we enter into the temple, we see those sounds. So immediately our hands will fold it together and then entering into the temple with love and devotion. That is mood of Vaikuntha. And we go to the Vaikuntha temples and then dancing like Radha Ramani Hari Bol, Hari Bol. It is a different mood, and everyone are dancing and singing in the temples. It is so beautiful, isn't it? It's
Yes.
different mellows.
In Vishnu temple also they dance, Prabhu?
In the Vishnu temple, I have not seen that people are dancing there. So there, as soon as they enter, the Om Namo Narayana and folding the hands, and then they do not get a chance to do Dandavat Pranam inside the temple. The temple is crowded with so many of people.
Yeah.
And it is hard to stay 1 second or 2 seconds in the temple. That is generally, but if it is a little bit of open and less crowded, we may do Dandavat pranams or as much as we can. But dancing, they are again organized. So here, devotees will come as a groups and perform so many things there in the temples, like the Sri Rangam or Tirumala temple. In the Tirumala temple, every day, group of people. It is Nitya Kalyanam Pachatoranam. It is so beautiful. If we go, we are in the actual Vaikuntha itself. And every day kirtans, every day the dances are happening in a very proper way. But not individually they are going and dancing like in their own way, but they will do it in a proper organized way uh, after taking permissions and everything. Very
Yeah,
nice.
like in the north, whenever there is katha or kirtan or Bhagavatam, and Bhagavatam, in the Bhagavatam they sing also glories of Lord Krishna. In between there will be katha, then after some time there will be Ram, pause, and then kirtan, and then again katha starts, then kirtan, like that. So people, ladies and gents on the gent side, ladies on, even I'm not talking about Vrindavan and all. I'm talking generally when there is a Bhagavatam. Like if I organize a Bhagavatam at my home or in a auditorium or wherever there is a space, so dance is like a part of kirtan. It's important. Everyone will get. No one will ask you to get up and start dancing. Ladies they will get up and gents they will start on their it's not a organized dance like in the ISKCON, but it's like whatever move you can just it's like your style, whatever you know, how you want to do, just to absorb in that kirtan or rasa. So that's what I wanted to understand, how it happens in South India.
In the similar way, maybe Rajalakshmi Mataji can explain a little bit more.
Yeah. In South India, like if we take the example of Tirupati temple or anything, Mataji, right? As Prabhuji mentioned, okay, it is a kind of proper planning and organization and structured events. So even if we go to the temple, if I wanted to go and dance or sing, we would not be able to do, unlike, okay, if we go to Brindavan, like, okay, like ISKCON is also organizes, but as a devotee, okay, with love and devotion, you can dance along with the other devotees. But in here, like if you consider Vishnu temples and all, so as a group of children or as a group of people, they can plan and they can perform, okay, the traditional like Kuchipudi or Bharatanatyam or whatever they wanted to do, like Kolatam, like with the sticks where the people
No,
will
no, no,
perform.
Mataji, sorry, I'm not talking about they are, what you're talking is very high. Like
Mm,
like when you have kirtan at home or any program,
mm, mm,
bhajan or katha at home,
mm.
then or if you organize
Even we are,
Bhagavatam at
yeah. Mm.
home or in a auditorium, or book a place, or like a tent or some, in an empty space we put a big tent, and then we invite
So
people.
you are more wanted to know how the South Indian devotees organizes the events at home or anything, Mataji. Is this exactly your question, please?
Yeah, then
Okay, yeah. So recently we organized a Chappan Bhog for Kartika Damodara Puja and also Chappan Bhog for Lord Krishna. So the way how we organized is, okay. So Prabhuji came, and also even Anil Amoga Prabhu is also there, and also from ISKCON Manchester, Prabhuji and Mataji with the Laddu Gopal, they came. We had Kirtans, we had Bhagavatam, and we had Harati, that's all, Mataji. And we never had so far we haven't had like any, like, okay, dance or anything, but we have kirtans. Children are playing bhajans and kirtans after Damodar Harati and Prasadam. That is how we organized Mataji.
yeah, I'm
So,
talking about India, Mataji. Like in North India, in Delhi and all north of India, I'm talking
mm,
about. Whenever we have programs like that,
mm,
this
mm,
dance is must. That's a
mm. Okay, but in South India, I think, yeah, I think based on the
because you have your own dance that will be performed in an organized way. Like you talk
yeah, here,
about
yeah,
Kuchipudi,
yeah,
Bharatanatyam, and these things are not like, not every in a
correct,
kirtan. No one do
correct.
Bharatanatyam. It's not true. Yeah.
Yeah, but actually, when Pranavananda Prabhuji came 6 months ago to our home as part
Okay.
of his UK trip, so
Mm.
when Prabhuji is coming, just to show our love and affection and devotion to Prabhuji, we managed a Bharatanatyam program conduct like by two little children. So just to
Yeah,
welcome the
but
Prabhuji.
that one has to be expert in that. No, you have to learn that. Not
Yeah,
everyone
yeah. No,
can
no,
do
I'm just telling you
Bharatanatyam.
as an example, Mataji. So, unlike whatever you are doing to show your love and affection based on your region, you are naturally doing the dancing. But I'm just sharing how we
Okay.
just do it here in our south side and how we
Okay.
are organizing. So, just a few examples the way how we have done Mataji. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, that is again, it is mellows, it is the different modes, but everyone are worshipping Krishna in their own way.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to tell one example, right? Okay, one you people may think, okay, very silly. My Prabhuji for Pranavananda Prabhuji, he wanted to show his love and affection, okay,
Mm-hmm.
by putting, because when he's coming into our home, he wanted to put a red carpet, okay, because for putting a
Okay.
red carpet means, okay, that is kind of, okay, showing the high respect to the people, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he's moving around to get that red carpet, same color, around 10-20 shops, Leeds, Manchester, and all. I was thinking, okay, if you wanted to show love and affection, is this the way? He's telling, okay, that is my way of showing the love and affection. I said, okay, that is fine. So it all varies, Matas. It's why I am saying this one, because in North, you guys are dancing means that is a pure love, because you are showing your love and affection in your dance movements or anything. So it varies from region to region, and it varies from person to person, because my husband is moving around 2 weeks or 3 weeks to get the red carpet, same color, same pattern and all. So I was really admired. Okay, why you are doing? He said, that is my way. He said, okay, that is fine. So just to make you a bit more clearer, that's because, hope it makes sense.
Okay, thanks, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so it's that is good. Okay, that is from different aspects of loving the Lord. Okay, dear devotees, we shall move on to the next part, Ramayana part. So in the Ramayana, if you're not happy unless you have got any questions. So we have started Ramayana, how Ramachandra, he has killed Kara and Dhoshana, and then later on Lakshmana, he has brought Sita Mata from the cave safely, and Sita Mata was coming and embracing Ramchandra. Oh my dear Lord, you're victorious, like that. Okay, that is one side, and demigods, they are blessing all the Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita, everyone. Agastya Muni was also appreciating. This is one side he is happening, and other side, Akampana, one of the person of these 14,000 demons, he was escaped. He escaped from that battle from Ramchandra, and then went to Ravanasura, and then narrating all the thing how it has happened. And Ravanasura was a bit enraged to hear that news. How it is possible that a human being is able to kill all our demonic soldiers? Okay, so you weak Rakshasa, what fool would dare antagonize Ravana? Even Indra and Kuvera, the great Yamaraja, would not be safe if they offended me. I can burn fire and kill even death himself. This is Ravanasura is boasting. Okay, and here Karana and Bhushana, they are associates of Ravanasura. Okay, this is the great mood of Ravanasura. Now he is not happy about hearing the news from the Akampana. Okay, and then further we shall continue reading here. Okay, and can I request Asha Mataji to read the 3 paragraphs, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Under the protection of Brahma's boon, Ravana had become utterly conceited and arrogant. He considered himself unconquerable. Even the principal gods had been forced to retreat in battle against him. None of them could contradict Brahma's order. They would therefore not kill Ravana, even if capable. He had thus ranged the universe, creating havoc and fearing nothing. He grabbed hold of Ahambana. Tell me the name of the wicked wretch who has slain any flowers. You need not fear, for whoever it is will certainly die at my hands today. Ahambana was reassured by Ravana's words. At least the demon king was not going to vent his anger on him. He replied, it was a man who carried out this astonishing feat of killing the Rakshasa army. He is a son of Dasara named Rama, tall and powerfully built. The prince possesses much less strength. He alone annihilated the entire host of Rakshasas. Ravana listened in disbelief. How was it this possible? One Rakshasa against a large number of men was easy to believe, but a single man killing 14,000 Rakshasas was incredible. Ravana hissed like an angry snake. Was this Rama accompanied by Indra and all the gods? Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. So here, Ravanasara, now he has got a boon that he would not be killed by many of those things, like Hiranyakashipu, his boon. Likewise, he has a boon. Okay, so this is again, he considered himself that unconquerable. So now what is happening? Because he is puffed up, he is asking Akampana. He grabbed hold of Akampana. Tell me the name of the wicked wretch who has slain my followers. You need not fear, for whoever it is will certainly die at my hands today. This is Ravanasura's nature. So he grabbed hold of Akampana. That is Ravanasura's nature. Now Akampana was reassured by Ravana's words, and now he is now telling a person, it is a man who carried out this astonishing feat of killing Rakshasa army. He is a son of Dasharatha named Rama, tall and powerfully built. The prince's matchless strength, he alone annihilated the entire host of Rakshasas. Ravanasura was not able to believe. How is it possible? So here, once upon a time, Ravanasura, being puffed up, got a boon from Brahma. He was wandering around the world and find the powerful king to defeat him. He came to Ayodhya once, who was the previous rulers of Dasharatha Maharaj. His name was Anaranya. And then he had somewhere other he killed Anaranya, but Anaranya while he was dying, he has cursed Ravanasra that you will be killed by a person who is going to take birth in the family of this Raghuvamsha. And then he has left. So I am dying because of my own karma or my own deeds. That doesn't mean that you would not be living forever. So likewise, by saying those words, and then he leaves his breath Anaranya, as we have read in the beginning of Ramayana. So and then Ravanasura, he was just he took it very easily, and then he went on, and then doing so many other nonsensical things. And now he is in the Lanka. Now, after so many years, Ramchandra has appeared as son of Dasharatha. Now he is now hearing these things. He could not believe that how can a human? I have killed one of the king there very easily. Now he is not able to believe that one man can kill so many Rakshasas. How it is possible? If one Rakshasa kills so many men, that would be wonder. That is not a wonderful. But here, man killing 14,000 Rakshasas was incredible. He is now hissing like a angry snake. Was this Rama accompanied by Indra and all the gods? Okay, now he was contemplating. Okay, we shall move on. Can I request Mrida Sachi Mataji, if available, to read next two paragraphs, Mataji? Or Usha Mataji, if not. We have Mrida Sachi Mataji. Go on.
Okay, Prabhuji. Seeing Ravana incredulity, Akampana went on describing Rama power. It is difficult to even look upon Rama. Yes, then Prabhuji, sorry, I think my background noise is disturbing.
No, Mataji, it's all right.
Oh, okay. Rama as stand on the battlefield. His golden wing arrow fall in the thousand with the force of tempest. He has mastered the celestial weapons and look like a death incarnate with the fighting. Whichever was where the Rakshasa ran, stricken with the fear they saw Rama standing in their front. No god assist him. O great one, he alone devastated their army. Ravana um, snorted nervously. He would not be humiliated by any mere man. He thought of his own power. Thousands of years ago, he had gone to the Himalayas, intent on performing austerities in order to gain unmatched material
opulence. It was then that he approached Brahma. Surviving on air alone, he took only one breath a day. When he fell after a long time to propitiate Brahmana, he began a sacrifice. He cut off his 20 arms one by one and offered them into the fire to please the Brahma. Mm, to please the Brahma. When Brahma still did not appear, the demons began to cut off each of his 10 heads and place them in the fire. At last, Brahmana appeared before him. Ravana then secured his bone, which he now recalled. He had not asked for immunity to humans, but how could any human even look at him? Never mind fight with him. Even the goods fled in the fear when he mounted his chariot for battle. This Rama sounded most unusual, but nevertheless, Ravana was proud of his hard-won strength and felt sure he could kill Rama without difficulty. Standing with his back to Akampana, he said, "I shall go immediately and finish this Rama."
Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Hare
Mata.
Krishna.
Okay, so this is again Akampana is describing the Rama's power. Just he has now equipped with all the celestial weapons and looks like death incarnate while fighting. So Akampana is describing the power of Rama. Rama standing in their front. No gods assisted him. And Ravanasura, he was now snored derisively. And so here, he would not be humiliated by any mere man because he was now thinking of his own power. Previously, he was meditating as Mataji is reading here and trying to please Brahma somewhere other by his disgusting way of meditation to please Brahma. There is cutting off hands and heads. So that is not appropriate. It is a sense gratificatory things. Okay, what anyone wanted to achieve. At the end, even Brahma says that I am also one day I have to die. But what to speak of everyone else? So here he wanted to do for the sake of power and enjoyment. So and that in that boon he did not ask that that human see he had not asked for immunity to humans because he was thinking what this mere humans can do any harm to me. So in such a way he is Vanaras and Naras. He neglected both of these two categories. Okay, and later on now he is realizing that Rama sounded most unusual, but nevertheless Ravana was proud of his hard-won strength. He felt sure he would kill Rama without difficulty. It is again his puffed up nature. I shall go immediately and finish this Rama. So in such a way, Ravanasura is contemplating. Okay, can I request the next devotee? Hemlata Mataji, would you like to read the next
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
maybe 3 paragraphs, please?
Akampana was intelligent. He had already realized Rama's irresistible strength. When he saw him fighting, the Rakshasa had thus stood back from the fight and made his escape. He considered that Ravana's chance of defeating Rama was slight. Therefore, he advised his king, when Ram is enraged, he cannot be tamed by any warrior. In my opinion, he could, by the force of his arrows, tear down the very heavens with the sun, moon, and consa- constelli- constellations. He could stem the current of a flooded river or break down the shores of ocean and deluge the entire world. With his arrows, Rama could lift the earth itself. Indeed, that illustrious man could dissolve all the worlds and then create them again. Ravana turned and looked pensively at Akampana. Clearly, Ram was no ordinary man. Akampana was himself a powerful commander of the Rakshasa forces. He knew how to estimate the strength of the enemy. The Rakshasa's king listened carefully as Akampana continued. I don't think you will be able to defeat Ram in battle any more than a sinful man can attain the regions of heaven. However, there is a way by which you can probably overcome him. Listen as I tell you. Ravan sat on his throne and leaned forward attentively as Akampana went on. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So now here, Akampana is now the soldier of Ravanasura, and he is one of the commander-in-chief of Ravanasura. Now, whenever he is glorifying Ramachandra that about all his glories, he cannot be tamed by any warrior. In my opinion, he could, by the force of his arrows, he tear down the very heavens with the sun, moon, and constellations. He could stem the current of a flooded river or break down the shores of the ocean. He is glorifying. He can dissolve all the worlds and then create them again. This is Akampana's words to Ravanasura. And now Ravanasura is understanding. Clearly, Rama was no ordinary man. So here, he was a powerful commander of the Rakshasa forces. So he knew to estimate. Now, Akampana is going to give the instructions to Ravanasura how he can meet his desires. So he is hearing carefully. And he say that I do not think you will be able to defeat Rama in battle any more than a sinful man can attain the regions of heaven. So here, people who are of sinful nature, who are having still the sense gratification, they cannot go to the heavens. Once upon a time, there is a person in the, I think in this lineage of, is a Trishanku. He is called Trishanku. He wanted to go in his own body to the heaven, and then at the time he approached Vasistha to go, but Vasistha says, no, it's not possible. You have to go by your austerities and penances. That is possible, not by own body without performing all these things. And then, but still he insisted, but Vasistha did not agree that. And then he went to the children of Vasistha. And then they are understanding that my father already rejected him, but why he is coming? And then they have cursed him that you become a leprosy man. And then this Trishanku, he did not leave that one because he is now still, he wanted to go with his own body. His body is now just like that, with leprosy, diseased. And then he understands who is the envious of Vasistha. Now he understood that Vishwamitra is the person. And then he went and took shelter of Vishwamitra. At that time, Vishwamitra in bit rage against Vasistha Muni. And then he said, okay, if he doesn't do it for you, I will do it for you. And then he just, by his power, and he was trying to make this Trishanku go to the Indra's planet, the heavenly planets. And then there Indra did not agree, and then he threw it back. And he was about to fall from the heaven. And immediately Vishwamitra created with his power, mystic power, a Trishanku Swarga for himself. It is just by again there one is personal sense of gratification, one wanted to show his power, mystic powers. So here it is not possible for a sinful man to attain the regions of the heaven. One must go through the austerities and penances. There is no other way. And many other similar previously, there are great sages, they went to the Vaikuntha planet and returned back. Like the four Kumaras, they went and returned back. Bhrugumuni, he went and come back. Durvasa Muni went and came back. Why did not desire to stay back there? Because they have not desired that one. They went for a particular thing and then returned back. But the devotees of the Lord, these are all they are performing devotional service to go and stay with the Lord. Their desires are different. They want to serve the Lord. They wanted to serve it. Matsevaya pritam te salokyadi chetustayam nechayanti sevaya purnaha kutonyat kali viplitam. Except the devotional service, serving to the Lord. Devotees do not like to attain something Salokya Chatushayam. Even they do not deserve for even the Salokya. Salokya Saristi Samipya Sarupyam Ekatvam Apyuta Dimanam Nagruhnanti Vina Mat Sevanam Janaha. My devotees, they wanted to render service unto me. It doesn't matter. Diviva Bhuva Narakeva Narakantaka Prakamam Avadhirita Saradhara Vindhau Charanote Marine Api Chintayami. It doesn't matter either Divi or Bhuvi or something else. Narakeva Narakantaka Prakamam. They wanted to serve my lotus feet. Even though Marane Api Chintayami in their ages of leaving the body. So this one, just if we see how Akampana is also saying that. Oh Ravanasura, you cannot beat Rama by your in the battle, by your strength. Just like a sinful man can attain the regions of the heaven. Okay. So there is a way by which you can probably overcome him. Listen as I tell you. Ravana sat on his throne and learned forward attentively as Akampana went on. Okay, we shall see what further Akampana is trying to give the plans to Ravanasura. Okay, can I request Jayaved Mataji to read the next 3 paragraphs?
Hare Krishna, yes, thank you. Ram has come to the forest with his wife Sita. I have heard she is more beautiful than any goddess, female, Gandharva, or Apsara. From all accounts, she is a stunning jewel among women who cannot be compared to any other. Surely she is dearer to Ram than his own life, as he has brought with him, even to the lonely forest. O king, by means of some trick, kidnap Sita. Ram will be overcome with grief and either die or be weakened enough for you to defeat him. Ravana pondered Akampana's suggestion. He liked the idea. Thanking Akampana, he decided to go the next day to find Sita. He first needed to seek the help of Maricha, the son of Tarika, who was well known for his magical powers. Ravana mounted his chariot, which shone like the sun, and was drawn by great mules with great heads of fiends. As he sat in his golden chariot, which had a white canopy spread over it, he was fanned by attractive maidens. His strongly built body was the color of glossy black gems. With his 10 heads and 20 arms, he resembled a 10-peaked mountain. As his chariot rose up to the sky, he cast his splendor like a thundercloud with flashes of lightning. The third one as well, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
The mighty Rakshasa moved swiftly ahead, surveying the scene below. Heading north towards the Himalayas, he saw beneath him the beautiful coastline. It was crowned with hermitages and graced with numerous woods and lakes filled with lotuses. Many Siddhas, Charanas, Gandharvas, and other divine beings sported in great joy in and around those lakes. Thousands of apsaras danced and played with the gods. Ravana saw in the sky wonderful aerial cars like white mansions adorned with celestial garlands and carrying the residents of heaven. From the cars came the sounds of delightful music which enlivened the heart and mind. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So now Akampana is giving Ravanasura a tip how you can defeat Ramachandra. So this is a kind of a very easy trick, and the demonic people, they wanted to nowadays in this modern world, people, it is not only in the modern world, previously also, first of all they will see what is the strength of the opposite country, how we can defeat. First of all, they wanted to hit the financials, and removing all this financial strength, then they will be weakened. That is what is going to happen happening at this moment. Okay, so uh, Akampana is saying that about Sita Mata. If you kidnap Sita Mata, Rama will be overcome by grief and either die or he be weakened enough for you to defeat him. And then he liked the idea, and then he wanted to go to and find Sita. He needed to seek the help of Maricha, the son of Tataka. Tataka demon, that demoness. She is a demoness, and she has got two children. One is the uh, I think what is it? Subahu or something like that, and then Maricha. So Subahu was killed by Ramachandra when he was taken by Vishwamitra to perform some sacrifices. At that time, Rama and Lakshmana were guarding. Rama has killed that one. His name is Subahu or something like that. And Maricha was hit by Ramachandra's arrow. He was fall on 14,000, I think, 14 miles away, and then he knows the power of Ramachandra. So he did for a particular purpose. He did not kill Maricha. Okay, so now understanding the Akampana's advice, he is mounting his chariot and going towards the Himalaya mountains. And then his chariot is described here. It shone like the sun and was drawn by great moles and the heads of fiends. Great moles and heads of fiends. I think it's a different, it is not Pushpaka Vimana, it's a different chariot. Sat in his Golian chariot, which had a white canopy spread over it, was fanned by attractive maidens. His strongly built body was the color of glossy black gems. Okay, with his 10 heads and 20 arms, he resembled a 10-peaked mountain. His chariot rose up to the sky. He cast his splendor like a thunderbolt with flashes of lightning. Okay, this is glorifying again Ravanasura. Let's not go little into it. So whenever Ravanasura is going into the Himalaya mountains. So Himalaya mountains is the place and birth of so many of tapas, mantras, yoga siddhis like that. Janmaushadi tapo mantraihi, yoga siddhaihi, naretaraihi, justam kinnara gandharvaihi, apsurobihi vritam sada. Many apsaras, gandharvas, they're all kinnara gandharva, apsurobihi vritam, surrounded by all of those people. नाना मनमणैः शृङ्गैः नानादातु विचित्रितैः नानाद्रुमलतागुल्मैः नाना मृगगण आवृतैः. So many of animals and different kinds of jewels, monies and mountains. Nana amala prashavanaihi nana kandara sanubihi. And the fresh water is flowing through these Himalaya mountains. Nana amala prashavanaihi. Nana Kandarasanubihi, beautiful caves. Ramanam Viharantinam Brahmanaihi Siddhayoshitam. There are beautiful women who are the wives of these Siddhas. Ramanam Viharantinam Siddhas Siddhayoshitam, women who are equipped with all the yogic powers. Ramanaihi Siddhayoshitam. Yoshitam means the woman. And that Himalaya mountains is beautified with Mayura Kekabhirutam, Madandali Vimurchitam, Plavitaihi Raktakantanam, Kujitaisha Patitrinam, and so many birds. And birds with the red, there is red marks on those necks. Kujitaishi Patitrinam, they're all chirping in a beautiful way. And Ahvayantam Ivodastaihi, Vidan Kamdugaihi Drumaihi. All the big trees spreading their branches, inviting the birds to come and sit there and eat their fruits. Ahvayantam, inviting. Iva Ahvayantam Ivodhastaihi, Bijan Kamdugaihi Drumaihi, Prajantivo Matangaihi. There are so many groups of elephants moving in this forest, just like a mountain is moving. Vrajantimiva Matangaihi, Grunantimo Nirgraihi. And so many sounds coming from the waterfalls in this mountain. This is beautifully described in the Bhagavatam as well. Okay, this is what Ravanasura is seeing here. Again, they are all dancing with their wives. There are so many trees and flower trees, fruit trees were described, and so many of birds, and that kind of area नन्दा चालकनन्दा च सरितो बाहितः पुरः तिड्डपादपदाम्भोज रजसातीव पावने ययोः स्वरस्त्रियः क्षत्तः अवरुह्य सुविज्ञतः क्रीडन्ति पुंसः सिञ्चन्तो विगाहे रतिकर्षिताः. The women along with their consorts, the demigods along with their consorts are women with their husbands. Kridanti pumsaha sinchanto, in those water ponds they are playing with that waters. Vigahe ratikashitaha, after sporting with their partners. And yoho tatstan vibhrashta navakumkuma pinjaram vitrushopi pibantyambaha payanto gaja gajihi. The elephants coming to those ponds to drink the water, but even though they are not thirsty, they are trying to drink that water, because the women who are taking bath there by their kumkuma, navakumkuma pinjaram, that is merging with the water, and the water is becoming so sweeter. Yeyoho tatsnana vibhrasta navakumkuma pinjaram. Vitrushopi, even they are not thirsty. Pibantyambaha, they are drinking. Payanto gaja gajihi. The elephants, they are drinking the water. And many of Tarahem Maharatna Vimana Satasankulam Justam Punjan Stribihi Yatakam Tatadidganam, along with their aeroplanes, they're coming into those mansions. So this is all described as in the Bhagavata, when Brahma headed by Brahma along with the demigods, they're going to Lord Shiva to see, pacifying. This is after Daksha Yajna thing. Okay, that one we could see these descriptions. Here, Ravanasri is able to see all these things. From the cars came the sounds of delightful music, which enlivened the heart and mind. Okay, so Ravanasra is passing through those beautiful area. Okay, Himalaya mountain. Okay, we shall read further. Can I request Usha Mataji is available for next 3 paragraphs?
Yes, Prabhu. I will. Sorry, Prabhu. That time I couldn't move. Okay. Passing over great forest, Ravana came at last to the northern mountains. There he found Marich's hermitage. Defeated and punished by Ram, Maricha had retired to the forest and dedicated himself to the practice of penances. He looked up in surprise as Ravana's chariot descended from the sky. Maricha rose up quickly and greeted his overlord of all the Rakshasas. Welcome, great king, he said reverently. reverently. I hope everything is well in Lanka. What he brought you to this lovely forest, inhabited only by ascetics? Maricha offered Ravana celestial foods unknown to humans. He set him on a mat of kosher grass and served him personally. Ravana only looked at the food and said to Maricha, "My entire army of Rakshasas, led by the powerful Khara, has been destroyed by Ram, a son of King Dasratha, con- con- contending single-handedly and on foot. I am here to seek your assistance in abduct- abducting Rama's wife Sita. By this means only will I able to overpower Ram." Marija stood up with a start. By what enemy in the guise of our friend uh, have you been tendered this advice? He asked in horror. Who have who have you offended so that they should suggest that you kidnap Rama's wife? That person clearly seeks to rid the world of the Rakshasas Lord, using you as try to extract a fang from the jaws of a serpent. Who is it, O king, who has dealt you a powerful blow on the head even as you slept peacefully. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So now here there is a purpose for why Ravanasura came to the Himalaya mountains, in the northern mountains. And then he came to Maricha because according to the Akampana, so here Maricha knows some tricks, magic tricks. So here Maricha retired to the forest and dedicated himself to the practice of penance because in his experience he has come to Rama to defeat him, but he knows the Rama, and then now he is now very fearful of Rama just by hearing the Rama's name itself. Okay, and then finally he dedicated himself to the practice of penance. Now he is no more doing Rakshasa things. So now Ravanasura has approached Maricha demon, descending from the sky. And then Maricha, so because he was assistant of Ravanasura before, and he rose up quickly and greeted the overlord of all the Rakshasas. And welcome, great king, he said reverentially. I hope everything is well in Lanka. What has brought you to this lonely forest inhabited only by ascetics? And when Maricha offered Ravana celestial foods and unknown to the humans, he sat him on a mat of kusha grass and served him personally. Ravana only looked at the food and said to Maricha, my entire army of Rakshasas led by the powerful Khara has been destroyed by Rama, the son of King Dasharatha, contending single-handedly and on foot. I am here to seek your assistance in abducting Rama's wife Sita by this means. Only will I be able to overpower Rama. So here Ravanasura only looked at the food and said to Maricha. So he wanted a help from Maricha demon, but looked at the food, what is unknown to the human, celestial foods offered by Maricha. And immediately Maricha stood up with a start. What enemy in the guise of a friend have you been tendered this advice? Because if you come in contact with Ramachandra for any purpose, that sea will be gone. And now somewhere or other he has injected you this advice, but you think that it is your friend, accompanies your friend, but he is not, because he is advising you again go to uh, uh, the cage of Ramchandra, where Rama is like a lion, you will be eaten. So just kind of thing. So he asked in horror, who have you offended so that they should suggest that you kidnap Rama's wife? That person clearly seeks to rid the world of the Rakshasas Lord. Using you as his tool, he decides to extract a fang from the jaws of a serpent. Who is it, O king? Who has dealt with you a powerful blow on the head even as you slept peacefully? Until then, Ravanasura was very happy. Okay, so that is what is happening. Maricha knows completely. Okay, let us see further what is going to happen. Okay, can I request Rajlakshmi Mataji to read next two paragraphs, please? Rajlakshmi Mataji, if you are available. Okay, Gauringe Mataji, would you like to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Okay. Okay. Maricha passed up and down, shaking his head. He had already been convinced of Rama's incomparable power. Hearing that he alone had killed Khara and his army only confirmed it all the more. He trembled as he continues to speak. Oh Ravana, you should not even think of staring at Rama, that lion among men whose sharp teeth are his numberless arrows. Easily kills small animals in the form of Rakshasa skilled in battle. Do not hurl yourself into the vast and dreadful ocean of the angry Rama, whose army is alligators and whose weapons are is tossing webs. Raman remain peacefully in Lanka, enjoying with your waves. Rama to sport in the woods with his wife Sita. Marija spoke passionately. He continues to argue against the wisdom of Ravana's antagonizing Rama. Ravana listened thoughtfully. He again recalled his own to ask Brahma or invisibility against humans. The Rakshasa king asks Maricha why he considered Rama so powerful, telling him about the incident of Viswamitra certified. Maricha replied, I was wringing the earth, my body appearing like a mountain, with a hot iron club in my hand. My might exceeded that of 1,000 elephants. I would roam about in the forest, eating the flesh of races, considering me more powerful than even the gods. The sex Viswamitra saw only Rama as his protector. Rama was a merry boy at that time. When I saw him in Viswamitra hermitage, I disregarded him, thinking him to be simply a child. However, with a single arrow, Rama hit and threw me 800 miles into the ocean, and he slaughtered all of my powerful companions. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry,
Thank you.
Prabhuji. Apologize for me. I did many mistakes, Prabhuji.
You did very nicely. Thank you. Okay, so now here, so Maricha, paced up and down, shaking his head. He had already been convinced of Rama's incomparable power. So this is Ravanasura again hearing that here, when Maricha is speaking, he alone had killed Kara and his army only confirmed it all the more. So now Maricha is now understanding his position. Now he is shaking his head. He trembled as he continued to speak. Oh Raman, you should not even think of staring at Raman. The lion among men whose sharp teeth are his numberless arrows easily kills small animals in the form of rakshasas killed in battle. Do not hurl yourself into the vast and dreadful ocean of the angry Rama, whose arms are its alligators and whose weapons are its tossing waves. Remain peaceful in Lanka, enjoying with your wives, and allow Rama to sport in the woods with his wife, Sita. Marita is giving good advice. He is now experienced person. He is now engaging himself in the ascetics as a peaceful man. Now, Marija spoke passionately. He continued to argue against the wisdom of Ravana's antagonizing Ram. And Ravanasura listening. Again, he remembering that, about his boon, permission to ask Brahma for invincibility against the humans. why he considered Maricha, why Ravanasura asking Maricha why he considered Rama so powerful, telling him about the incident of Vishwamitra's sacrifice. So this is again Vishwamitra brought this Rama and Lakshmana when they were boys, young boys, to protect his sacrifices. Vishwamitra knew by the time itself Rama and Lakshmana are they are not ordinary, they are the supreme personality of Godhead. And then he was mentioning about his pastimes that when he was ranging in the mountains and eating the flesh of the rishis, and he thought that he is the most powerful man than even the gods. And then Vishwamitra sought only Rama as his protector. And Rama was mere boy at the time. And then with a single arrow, Rama hit and threw me 800 miles into the ocean, and he slaughtered all of my powerful companions. This is the experience of Maricha demon. So now let us see what else is saying. Maricha told Ravana how he returned to the forest again. He assumed the form of Sharabha. A fierce eight-legged carnivorous beast capable of killing even lions. Okay, this one we could see some of the, I think many of the devotees, they don't know about this one, this particular animal, Sharabha. It will kill even the lions. Marichna told how he returned to the forest again in the form of Sharabha, which is a eight-legged carnivorous beast capable of killing even lions. In that form, accompanied by two other Rakshasas in similar forms, he continued to terrorize the rishis. One day, he again came across Rama seated in his hermitage. The Rakshasas in the form of Sharabhas rushed at Rama, remembering their previous enmity. In an instant, Rama had lifted and strung his bow, releasing three gold-tipped arrows, which sped like thunderbolts. Maricha's two companions were killed outright. Maricha himself had dodged the arrows and retreated in fear. He then decided to abandon his life of antagonizing rishis and retire to the mountains. Okay, in such a way, he is concluding. Let us finish off this one and then we shall continue next week. So, concluding his speech, Maricha said, "My fear of Rama has made me adopt this life of asceticism. Indeed, I live in continuous dread of that prince. In every tree, I see Rama, clad in barks and wielding his bow, looking like a death personified, standing with noose in hand. I actually see thousands of Ramas all around me. This is called Krishna consciousness." So here Maricha is saying thousands of Ramas all around me. Indeed, this whole forest appears to have turned into Rama. I see him everywhere, even in dreams and meditations. If someone speaks out a word beginning with R, I shake with terror. O king, under no circumstances shall I be convinced to again stand before Rama. Now Maricha became Rama consciousness. Wherever he sees only Rama. So likewise, he is concluding his speech. Okay, so and indirectly telling Ravanasura, don't go to Ramachandra. Do not stare at Ramachandra at all. You go to your Lanka and you sport with your wife. Rama will live in peace with his wife Sita. Likewise, that is where he is concluding his speech. Okay, we shall conclude this one next, and then I request dear devotees, if you have got any questions or you want to share anything, kindly ask or kindly share. Okay, no questions, no sharings. Asha Mataji, wanted to share anything, Mataji? Okay, there are no further questions, no sharing.
Thank you, Prabhu, for nice Ramayana class. Even though Marichi understood that the Ram is very powerful, he tried to convince Ravanasura, but he is not still. And then Ravanasura is like telling Marichi to kidnap the Sita, like no, take help him to how to kidnap Sita. So that I don't know why he like accept to be help the Ravanasura. Still, if he's in taking the pen, he's like went in the forest and then doing the penances. Still, the Ravana came to ask him to help him. So that is like Ravana's.
Yes.
Uh,
So here, one point, a very good question, Mataji. Here, Ravanasara is present. We know that how cruel he is, Ravanasara. Marich also knows that one. And then, after concluding his speech, Ravanasara asks him, if you do not do this favor to me, then what I will do? I will kill you right now itself. If you do, you will live for some more time. And Maricha, he contemplated. Instead of dying in the hand of Ravanasara, it is better for me to die in the hands of Ramachandra.
yes, Prabhu, yes, yes.
That way, in such a way, so he just goes. When when Kamsa sends Akrura to Vrindavana, and whatever Kamsa was saying, it is not good. But Akrura, internally in his heart, is praying to the Lord. My dear Lord, you are using Kamsa as a weapon and as a tool, and Kamsa is sending me to your lotus feet in Vrindavana. At least I get an opportunity to see you. That is Akrura's mode. Here, Maricha, he is now inspired by Ravanasara to go to the Rama again. Now, Marich already knows about Rama, so he is now Rama consciousness everywhere. It is better to die in the hand of Rama instead of getting died in the hand of Ravanasara. Ravanasara, he was very cruel. So in a similar way, when Akrura was, if he was not doing the things as Kamsa did, Kamsa wanted, then he would have been punishments by Kamsa. But similarly, he did according to Kamsa's thing. But Akrura, because he was Akrura, and here he has surrendered himself to Krishna, and Krishna has showed Vaikuntha planets to Akrura, and then he goes in Akrura's chariot to Madura. And here, Maricha, he was also given instructions how you need to go to the Rama. So you disguise yourself in a beautiful deed, something like that. So that here the plan is Ravanasara wanted to kidnap Rama's wife. That plan is different. There Kamsa wanted to invite Krishna and Balaram to the Dhanur Yajna. That plan was different. Plans are different, but here and persons are different, their moods are different. But what is happening? Akrura met Krishna. Here Maricha is meeting Rama. That what is happening. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu, thank you. That he's thinking like a better to Ravana kill me than I'm going to kill by Ram. So it's get like see,
Yes.
yeah. Let's go to the- Thank you,
Somewhere,
Prabhu, for nice, yeah.
somewhere
And
else.
then yes,
Go on, Mataji.
no, Prabhu. No, you say yes. Some better, Prabhu.
Somewhere other coming in kama dveshat bhayat krodhat yatha bhakteshware manaha. So one is some kama dveshat bhayat snehat. Anyway, somewhere other coming in contact with the Ramchandra. That is important. Maricha took a right decision there. Okay, very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, so we shall conclude and continue with further japa. पञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। शिल प्रभुपाद की जय।
Thank you, Prabhu, for very nice class. And then I like that when you show that all the Brahman, the videos, Prabhu, was so beautiful. Prabhu, the Shaivishan, and then all the lokas. So nice to see, Prabhu, that video.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay. Shall conclude. Panchakalpatarubhyascha कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। Hare Krishna.
Hare